Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short, little unboxing video to share with you guys. We have something new from Herman Knives. I was taking a look at their website and I saw something that I had not seen before. If you watch my channel a lot, you'll know that I love Herman Knives. In fact, I own many Herman Knives. My favorite thing about Herman Knives is the variation. It's not just blue or bronze anno. It is some of the most intricate laser work you've ever seen. Sometimes materials from companies like blade materials from companies I've never heard of. They will use coatings that I have never heard of. Just all sorts of absolutely crazy stuff. It seems like they're always pushing the limit, always doing something new. And on top of that, I really like their designs. I think they're just fantastic. So this is something that is different yet. And I cannot wait to actually see it in person. Thanks so much to Herman Knives for letting me share this with everybody. I'll have this linked, well, Herman Knives in general will be linked down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. So what do we have here? Another Slim. What's wrong with it? I can't help it. I just really like the Slim. I like the Dragonfly. I also like the Sting. I also like the Mantis. The Ishtar's cool too. I just am drawn to this specific model. Now, I don't know which model is technically their flagship model. I don't know if it's the, sorry, the kids are clearly using the faucet outside, so it's squeak. They're probably refilling the dog's water. But anyways, I don't know if this is, maybe this is their flagship knife, you know? So anyways, what do we have here? Let's take a look at the card. I love these metal cards. It's so cool. Okay. We have Magna Cut at 6364 HRC. This is called the Chrono Circle is what we call this one here. Very cool. Titanium. Awesome. Okay. So if you ever wondered what they run their Magna Cut, I think their early Magna Cut was softer, but now 6364, which is cool. Oh boy, look at that. Oh man, I had a feeling this was going to be really intense up close. How cool is that? The Chrono Circle. So let's see. Let me zoom in here and let's get these details. Okay, what do we have going on here? Trying to get the camera to stop shaking. So this has, is it all laser? Oh, light, very light texture. It's actually a bit of a trick. It looks like there's much more depth to some of these areas than there actually is. So we have a blue, there's like dark blue, there's light blue, and even purple in some places. Very cool. And then we have the titanium, and then some of the outer areas of the circles have been lightly anodized, or perhaps just colored by the laser, which is really cool. Plain backspacer, and even continues on over to the pocket clip. How beautiful. So I believe this is the same as some of their other, like, you know, stuff where it's not, I'm assuming it's not milled. I'm assuming this is done by a laser, and if it is, it's probably similar in the amount of time that it takes. This is not something that they can do in like 30 seconds. For example, the Tesseract laser finish takes like 26 hours. Now, I don't know that this takes quite as long, but I would venture to guess that this started to sound like the when I did the Nick Shabbat stutter, however many years ago. I'm making myself laugh here. But ironically, I guess I'm developing a stutter as well. Maybe that's what happens when you review knives for a really long time. It's just like the fate of all of us. But anyways, I would venture to guess that this takes a really long time under a laser. And that's, if you think about it, he probably doesn't own like, 20 lasers that can do this all at once. Maybe one or two, right? So if you think about that, that's a lot of time for the scales on one knife to be dedicated to a process. It's for a lot of people, it's really difficult to understand how some of these guys arrive at the price tags that they arrive at. And while there is markup because they do run a business and the businesses cost money to operate, and of course they pay themselves, right? So you're paying business expenses and you're paying yourself and you're paying to keep up all the equipment, all of that, right? Probably advertising, etc. So the end result is that when you're doing a lot of these processes by hand, even though the laser, of course, that's automated, this is still time. It still takes time to do this, and everybody's heard time is money in all cases, literally, right? So knives like this that are made partially by hand, partially automated processes, but take a really, really long time to complete. The end result, inevitably, whether your feelings about it are positive or negative, inevitably ends up being a lot of money, right? And people like me, collectors, love this stuff. I'm nowhere near as interested in a knife that can be made by a machine in 5 seconds. Just a Tim Burton conveyor belt like dong, dong, and you're just pooping out a knife. Why would I care? It's great if you just want something simple you can use. But as an enthusiast, I like the stuff that has interesting little details to it. So this, of course, is an interesting little detail. I just realized I've been yakking on about it. The comments are going to be full of people saying it took you 6 minutes to get the blade out. Ooh, that is nice. They're high reflectivity tumbled finishes, man. These are absolutely beautiful. This is like pretty similar to the Spyderco Paysan in terms of the finish work. And man, that edge. Is it just standard now to have a mirror polished edge? Oh, that's beautiful. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, very, very good. This feels, I just love the detent on this one. They're all a little bit different. All of my Herman knives, their detent is just a little bit different. And that goes to show you that they are not all created exactly the same way. That is evidence, in my opinion, when you're looking at something at this tier, right, this much work in it, it's evidence that that each one of these is hand-tuned and hand-assembled, and it's probably a whole bunch of other stuff that they do. I think all the edges are put on by hand, etc., but really, really spectacular. Now, this is Magna Cut, and you're going to look at the price, and I can get a Magna Cut knife for $150 from Kershaw. You can, absolutely. It's not going to be partially handmade in Poland. It's not going to have all these other elements, right? But you have to actually value these elements. So the price does not just come down to the materials. That's only one element. You have to factor in everything that is being done here, right? If Kershaw made exactly this knife with exactly the same processes, exactly the same way, it probably would cost more than this, given that Kershaw's making knives in the USA. I actually don't know who has higher manufacturing costs, whether it's Poland or the USA. I would guess the USA, but they can't be too far away from each other. Just really, really cool. That illusion of depth is wild, and it's definitely like the same kind of weird thing that happens when you stare at the Tesseract finish on that knife. God, that edge is like sticky sharp. I would like to, real quick, just get a piece of paper out of the printer. Just gotta feel that edge. Just gotta feel it. Oh boy, this is such a nice factory edge. Obviously, what you're, how it feels depends on what you're cutting. But in this case, just absolutely. Oh, what a laser beam! Holy moly! A really spectacular knife, really spectacular product. I just love Herman knives. I love seeing all the different stuff that they do. I hope they continue to do more wild and crazy things with the laser, because it looks like they figured it out and they're just like doing anything and everything, which is awesome. Really cool. I hope we see more of this. That's going to be it for today. I've already reviewed the Slim, so there's no reason for me to do a review. You can go and watch my review on the Herman Slim if you want to. I think I have a few different videos, but that's going to be it today, guys. Check out Polish Custom Knives. That's where the Herman knives are sold. I'll have them linked down in the description. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.